Happy Friday! I'm here at our Cathedral Rock in Sedona, Arizona, which is one of our main vortex areas, and I wanted to come here for our yoga practice today because this vortex is known for being like a really healing, nurturing energy that supports emotional well-being and heightens intuition and things of that nature because of the magnetic energy of here. And so here we go, let's do some yoga. Okay, so a few things that I want to say about this practice before we get started. This is a level 1-2 Vinyasa flow practice with an emphasis on hip openers, flexibility, core strength, and I am including a few variation options for people who are working towards level 3. So let's go ahead and step into our practice. Coming into just grounding, centering. Inhale the arms up. Bring the hands to the heart center. And taking a moment to step into yourself. Breathing. And then looking down towards the earth, opening through the back of the neck. Inhaling right ear to right shoulder. Hold, exhale through the center, left ear to left shoulder. Just notice where you're feeling the openings in your body. Breathe into those spaces. Again, inhaling right ear to right shoulder. You can reach that left arm down towards the earth for a deeper opening if you'd like. It's optional. Same thing on the other side. Left ear to left shoulder. Reaching down the right arm to get a little bit of a deeper opening. And then here, looking up to the sky, opening through the front of the neck. Look towards your right shoulder and then release the head back, opening into the left quadrant of the neck. Same thing on the other side. Breathing. Coming center. Looking down at the earth, you can just roll the head side to side. Or if it feels comfortable to do full head rolls, go ahead and do that. You're going to inhale to the right, looking up to the sky. If you're doing the full roll, exhale to the left and down. Otherwise, just going side to side if that feels better. We'll do one more full rotation here if you're doing the full rotation. And we're gonna reverse the direction. Inhale to the left shoulder, looking up to the sky, over to the right, and back down. And then here's 2. And last round here. Bringing the chin level with the earth. Let's inhale the arms up once again like you're tracing your own energy field. Hands to the third eye and to the heart center. Right hand along at the side. Left arm reaches up and over, looking up towards the sky. See if you can lift the rib cage up. And then same thing on the other side. Really lifting through that rib cage. And so we're going to do that once again. You can do the same variation or maybe come a little closer to the elbow this time. Spiraling open towards the sky with the heart center. Same thing on the other side. Inhaling to center. Good. Really arching the spine, looking up and rounding out the spine. Look towards your own navel. Inhale, lengthen the spine, arching, looking up to the sky. And exhale, rounding out, looking towards your own navel. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling to center. And then here, bring the fingertips onto the tops of the shoulder heads, and we're going to do some rotations here. See if you can touch your elbows in the front on every repetition. You're going to inhale up, exhale down and around, and let's reverse the direction. We're going to do 3. Try to keep your fingers on the tops of the shoulders. Just really warming into the shoulders here. Interlace the fingers, turn the palms up, shoulders root back and down, opening, and then first fingers pointing. And we're going to do some ribcage rotations here. So it's like you're making a circle in the sky with your pointing fingers. Try to keep your head centered and rotate just the ribcage 3 times in each direction. And releasing the hands. Right arm comes across the front of the body, root the shoulder down, opening. You can make an adjustment to the position of your head. Same thing on the other side. On the left arm comes across the front of the body. Root that left shoulder down, reach through the fingertips. Make whatever adjustments to the head to optimize the opening. And then inhaling the arms up, turn the palms out once again, bringing both arms to the right and to the left. And releasing the hands down. We're going to go ahead and come around into a tabletop position and child's pose. Grounding, centering. If you can bring your device with you and do this practice outside, that would be awesome, so that you have the benefits of connecting with the earth and the life force energy, vitality in the atmosphere. It's just grounding here. Coming into your tabletop position, we're just going to do some organic unwinding. So it's just beginning with like rotating the hips around. Let the spine be involved, let the rib cage be involved, the shoulders, the head. Pause and hold along the way if you find a spot that feels good. Just creating space for cultivating agility in the spine as we're beginning to warm into the hips a little bit more. So just some warm-ups here, warming into our practice. Breathing. And then let's go ahead and come into our first down dog. Take a few moments to optimize your alignment. Draw the shoulder blades back and down, but try not to crunch the shoulder blades together. You can bend and straighten the knees. If you're doing that, like I'm a big fan of really letting the hips twist and turn if you're bending the knees, and then look between the hands and just step the feet up to the hands for our first round here. Flat back halfway, bend the knees, let the head hang, let the arms hang, or you can wrap the wrists around the elbows. Just letting the weight of the head bring a little bit of length to the upper spine. You can flow side to side, as I'm doing here. Straighten the knees, flat back halfway, and just preparing to rise all the way up. Looking up to the sky, and then hands to heart center. Breathing. Bowing the chin into the chest, breathing into the heart space. Coming to the long edge of the mat, inhale up. And on the exhale, you're going to bring your arms long at the side, and you're just going to reach the right arm and the left arm down towards the outside of your knees, the outside of your kneecap. Just really reaching and stretching. Just nice opening for the side torso here. Feels really good. And then coming to the long edge of the mat. We're going to do some flows here just to warm into the body a little bit more. Inhaling up, looking up at the hands. Exhale, folding forward, flat back halfway. And let the crown of the head release to the earth for a moment. And then you're going to step the right foot and the left foot back. Come into a down dog for a moment, but float forward into your plank chaturanga. Inhale into high cobra or up dog, your preference, and then just coming back into your down dog. Taking a few breaths here, optimizing your alignment, make whatever adjustments you want to make to feel really good. And then once again, you can bend and straighten the knees in an alternating fashion here. Experiment with letting the hips twist and turn with the knees. Let yourself create spaciousness in the body. Lift the heels up, bend the knees, let the belly relax towards the thighs. Good. And then release the feet, and then step both feet forward. And flat back, rising up all the way, hands to heart center. Inhaling up. On the exhale, fold forward. Inhale halfway. Step the right foot and the left foot back. Plank. Chaturanga. High cobra or up dog. I'm doing up dog here this time. Looking up to the sky. Tuck the toes and just coming back into your down dog. Breathing. Let the heels reach towards the earth and step both feet up. Bend the knees a little bit, let the head and arms hang. Straighten the knees. This time we're rising up slowly, inch by inch, one vertebra at a time. Let the arms hang, let the head hang until you get all the way upright. Looking forward. Inhale the arms up. Hands to third eye, hands to heart. Breathing into the heart. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, right hand can be long at the side or wrap around the back or down the left leg for a supported back bend. It's a little crazy looking up at the sky outside. I love doing yoga outside, but it's challenging on my balance sometimes. Same thing on the other side. Inhale the arms up. This time the left arm can come along at the side, around the back, or over to the right leg for a supported back bend. This is a really good way to give yourself some extra support as you're working towards maximizing your range with your standing back bends. Inhaling up. On the exhale, fold forward. Inhale. Step the right foot back. Place the right knee on the earth. Coming into a low lunge here. Let the weight of the body sink down, just letting gravity, surrendering to the pull of gravity, opening through the hip flexors and hamstrings at the same time. I love this stretch. Folding forward, tuck the toes, straighten that right leg, and then step the left leg back. You can come right into a down dog, float forward into plank chaturanga. And high cobra or up dog, keep the shoulders pressed back and down, and then chaturanga or plank chaturanga. Right leg comes up to the sky. For our first round, see if you can keep your hips squared off towards your mat and play with pointing and flexing your foot. You'll notice a different opening. And then swinging that right leg through, so we're doing our lunge, low lunge, on the opposite side now. You can keep those back toes tucked to support the knee or place the top of the foot flat. Looking up to the sky if you wish, whatever feels good. Now you're going to find your balance here as you're straightening that back leg and see if you can fly forward into a warrior three. Balance. You can bring the arms outstretched, hands to heart center, or out to the side. Then, as you're rising up, see if you can balance, hug that knee in. Just wrap your hands around your shin bone. You can hold it here or extend the left arm out to the side or twist to your left. The right hand can stay where it is or slides down to the outside of that foot, and extend your leg for a balance. Good. Same thing. We're going to do that same little flow to the opposite side. So inhaling up, a little bit of a different variation this time. Fold forward, inhaling, flat back. On the exhale, you're going to step the left foot back this time, and we are going to stay in a higher lunge. Bring the arms up overhead, hands to heart center. And then from here, you can hold it here and just hold the pose. Or bring the arms up, fold forward, twist for like a side, almost like a prayer pose from this high lunge position. You can open the arms for a little bit of a deepening of this twist. Hands to heart to transition forward, arms up, fold forward, step the right leg back, come into your down dog, plank chaturanga, all the way up. Root those shoulders back and down, tuck the toes, come back into your down dog. This time the left leg comes up and you're going to try to keep your hips squared off towards the mat. You can play with pointing and flexing your foot. Step that left foot forward. Make whatever adjustments you need to optimize your alignment. In this high lunge, both hip bones are facing forward. Inhale up, fold forward, and then come into your lunge twist, hands to heart center, or open the arms. Hands to heart once again, looking forward. This time you're going to fold forward, find your balance, and we're coming into that warrior three again. You can flex your foot or point. Hands can be forward, heart center, or out to the side. Same little transition here. Hug that right knee in. Wrap your hands around the shin bone. You can hold it here and breathe and balance. Or bring that right arm open or twist to the right. And then the left hand can slide down to the outside of that right foot and extend. And release. Coming to the top of the mat. Inhaling up. Looking up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breathing. Notice your heartbeat. Being present in your heart. Inhaling up. On the exhale, fold forward. Inhale. Flat back. Let's step the right foot back. Place the knee on the earth. Coming into that low lunge again, but we're going to come into like a little bit more of a lizard pose. So both hands on the inside of your left leg now. And then from here, you can hold it here or turn your left foot to the long edge of the mat, sinking into that extended right leg. Circle the left arm. So this is like a deeper opening for the hips, especially that left hip. Place those toes forward again. And transitioning back into your down dog. Float forward into your plank. I'm doing a one-legged chaturanga here. All the way through. Look over the right shoulder towards your right heel, left shoulder, left heel. And lower yourself down back into your plank, chaturanga up. This time, right leg comes up. You can bend the knee, stack the hips on top of each other. You can straighten that leg from that position if you want a deeper opening, or flow all the way over into your wild thing or rock star, whatever you call it. Hold it, breathe, flip back over by engaging through the core, and then transitioning, stepping the right foot through, left knee on the earth. You can hold it right like this if you want to. Or come into more of a lizard pose, both hands on the inside of the right knee. You can hold it like that. Or pivot the toes of your right foot to the long edge of the mat, really sinking into the left hip. Deeper opening for that right hip especially, and then just circling the arm. Good. Just feeling that nice opening in the hip here, and rising all the way up. Hands to heart, breathing. Centering yourself. And then from here, let's do a standing balance pose. Let's come into a tree pose. So getting grounded on your right foot first. Left foot can be below the knee or above the knee. You can use your hand to support bringing your foot above your knee. Try to just not be on the knee. You can hold it like this, or you can experiment with bringing your left foot to the crease of the right hip. You can hold it like I am, or wrap that left hand around to find the big toe. And then the right hand only can come into the Anjali prayer position at the heart. Just an option, something to work towards. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Shake yourself out in between here. Get grounded on your left foot this time. Right foot is below or above the knee. Whatever position your foot was in on the first side, do the same thing on this side. Breathing, balancing. Hold it here, or place your right foot in the crease of the left hip. You can hold it right like this, or wrap the right arm around the back. See if you can find your big toe, and then hands to heart, or the left hand to the heart. Hold it and breathe. Try to align that knee straight down towards your mat, and releasing. So making sure you're at the top of your mat, inhaling up. On the exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, halfway. Exhale, step the left foot back. Place the left knee on the earth. We're going to come into a deeper lizard now. So you can you can balance or hold yourself on your hands, or come down onto your knees like I am. And this time I'm letting my weight rock to the outside edge of my right foot. So I'm opening my knee out to the side for a deeper hip opener here. You can hold it right like this, or I'm going to show you how to get into an arm balance from here, which is like a version of side crow. I'm going to lengthen my spine, twist, and then I'm balancing that thigh bone on my upper arms, and then extending my legs straight. Hopefully you can see that good. And then coming back, I'm just going to come into this seated position here. It's like Vajrasana with my right leg extended. And then I'm tucking the toes, coming into a little bit of a pyramid pose here for a moment, and then I'm going to step that right foot back. Float forward into your plank chaturanga, up dog or high cobra. And let's come into a child's pose, resting, breathing. If you're outside, be aware of the elements. Feel the warmth of the sun on your skin, really connecting with the healing energies of the earth. And then rising back up, tucking the toes, coming into your down dog. Inhale the left leg up to the sky, stack the hips. You can straighten that knee, come all the way over into your wild thing, rock star. Breathe, transition out of it, draw the navel in. And then your left leg is going to step through, and we're going to do that same lizard side crow balance sequence here. So you can stay on your hands like I am now, or come down onto your elbows for a deeper opening. I'm letting my weight rock to the outside edge of my left foot, and I'm letting my left knee open out to the side. Then place that foot flat. Bring some length into the spine. Twist towards your left. Both forearms are coming to the outside of that thigh bone and extend. I lost it a little bit there. Ta-da! Okay, and then you can see this better here. I'm doing like a Vajrasana with one leg extended and then coming back into that lunge, and then I'm stepping upright. Rising all the way up. Hands to heart. Breathe. Center. Come to facing the long edge of your mat with a wide stance. We're going to do a fun little sequence here. Hands to the hips, fold forward, opening into the hamstrings. The right hand comes in the center line, left arm up to the sky. Hold it. Same thing on the other side. We're going to do that again, except for this time you have the option of bringing the right arm across to the outside of the left ankle, and you can wrap that left arm around the back of the waist. Same thing on the other side. Wrap the arm behind you if you'd like. You can see my fingers are grasping to the inner thigh. Good. Then here, make sure your toes are forward or even pigeon-toed a little bit to support the knees. See if you can bring the crown of the head onto the mat, the very top of your head, not your forehead. You can extend the arms through the center like I'm doing here, or place your hands on the mat, make some adjustments. If you feel strong, see if you can lift your toes off of the earth, or maybe you can come into a full headstand from here. It's popping right up. You got to use your core. And then to transition out of it, you can widen the legs again. See if you can, in a controlled way, come back down onto the earth. Good. Flat back, rising up all the way. Hands to heart. And then from here, you're going to make an adjustment so that your toes are angled out and we're coming into like a variation of a side plank, bending the knees. Same thing on the other side. You can let that forearm rest on the upper leg bone. Same thing again on each side, except for you can either do it like this or go all the way around for the bind. Try to stack the shoulders on top of each other, looking up to the sky. Same thing on the other side. Hold it there or go for the bind. Shoulders are stacked on top of each other, looking up to the sky. Straighten the knees. Inhaling up, get some length in the spine, hands to heart. So from here, we're going to pivot the toes of your left foot to the short edge of the mat, toes of the right foot to the long edge of the mat. So we're tilting over into Trikonasana triangle pose. From here, you can bend your knee, come onto your fingertips in front of you, and transitioning into standing half moon. Do your best to stack your hips on top of each other. You can look at the earth or at the horizon, or you can look up at your hand. And then you're going to bend the knee to get out of it, so you're coming into your warrior two. Straighten both knees, and then we're going to do that sequence to the other side. So now the toes of the right foot come to the top edge of your mat. Toes of the left foot are facing the long edge of the mat. Reach forward and coming into your Trikonasana triangle pose. You can look forward. Look down at the earth as you bend the knee to prepare to come into your Ardha Chandrasana, standing half moon, and then bending the knee to come into a warrior two from here. Straighten that knee, and then stepping to the top edge of your mat for that transition. Breathing. Take a few breaths here, inhaling the arms up. On the exhale, fold forward. And then you're going to step the right foot and the left foot back. Go ahead and come right into a down dog and then roll forward into an up dog. Then you're going to come down onto the earth and just breathe. Wherever you are, just think of letting your energy field connect with the energy of the earth. Even if you're inside, just let your energy reach down through the floor into the earth. And then from here, left arm extends, right leg extends, right arm, left leg. And then we're going to do like a half bow pose on the on the left. Left arm comes around, find your foot. Right arm extends. Same thing on the other side. Find your foot. Press your foot into your hand for a little bit of an expansion. You can hold it there and rest. You can repeat that exact same thing that we did, just half bow, one on each side, or you can come into the full bow pose here. So both legs are coming up, both arms are coming around, finding your foot. You can grab onto your foot or your ankles. You can be stationary, or I like to sort of rock back and forth on this. Exhale, release, pushing back into, this time I'm doing a wide knee child's pose. Widening out the knees a little bit, big toes touching. My arms are extended in front of me, forehead's on the earth, and I'm breathing and relaxing. When you're ready, inhale, rising up, and just swish your legs around, coming seated. You can use your hands to shift the flesh underneath the bones, lengthen the spine, and we're just going to do a forward fold here. See if you can lead with your heart center. Breathing. You can let the forehead relax towards the shin bones, and then rising up. Place the feet on the earth and come into a reverse tabletop. You can look forward, up at the sky, or let the head release all the way back. And then transitioning back down and coming into another forward fold. Rising up, and then we're going to do a spinal twist here. So the right knee bends, right arm comes around, left arm reaches up first, and then the left elbow comes to the outside of the right knee. You're going to look over the right shoulder. So you're really working on staying engaged here. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Once you're in your position, inhale, get some length first before you do the twist. Then with each exhale, you're really engaging through the abdominals like you're a washcloth, wringing out, staying actively engaged in this pose and releasing. From here, bring the soles of the feet together. Just allow the gentle pull of gravity to support the knees in opening. You're not pushing or forcing anything, you're just relaxing and allowing. You can fold forward if that feels good. I'm a big fan of being fluid in yoga, so I like to sort of shift around a little bit. You can flow side to side, whatever feels good. Play with making adjustments to the position of your feet. Your heels can be closer in to the core of your body or farther away, whatever feels good. And then from here, let's extend the legs out into a seated, wide leg forward fold. And hinging forward from the pelvis, try to keep your spine straight. And then from here, you can just sort of flow side to side. You're going to notice that this is massaging and opening through the inner thighs. Stay connected to sensation. Notice where you feel it in the body. Making it your own. Pausing and holding if that feels good. So whatever feels good. Now you're going to bring the left foot to the inside of the right thigh and then balance on that left arm. Just coming into a little bit of an expansion here. Right leg to the inside of the left thigh, balance under the right arm. Make sure that right hand is aligned under the shoulder, looking up to the sky. Extending the legs out once again. Maybe you can get a little wider this time. Have your feet be active. Flex your toes up to the sky. This is really good for supporting the low back. And just coming to whatever level feels comfortable for you. Bring your left hand to the inside of that left leg so that the left shoulder is a little bit in front of the leg, and then coming over, looking up to the sky. And then from here, you can stay on the hands, you can come onto the elbows, you can sort of hang out here, make a little cushion for your chin with your hands, or coming down a little farther, holding it here, or relaxing the forehead all the way to the earth, or resting on your hands. Just hanging out, breathing. Just stay connected to where you feel sensation in the body, and with each inhale, direct your breath into the areas that you feel the openings happening in. Bring your legs together. Feet are flat on the earth. Round out the spine, roll down inch by inch. Once the back of the head makes contact with the earth, stretch from end to end, reaching and stretching, and then hug the knees into the chest. You can hold it here, give the knees a few rotations in each direction. You can just stay here if you want to, or grab onto the soles of the feet with your hands on the inside for happy baby pose. You can do it like this, or you can straighten the legs. And you can rock side to side. I like to play in this position and let my toes tap on either side of the earth. Just sort of playing in my yoga practice. And then bring the feet together. Let's flex the feet and lower only the right leg down and back up, and only the left leg down and back up. And then hands long at the side, point the toes, and then you're going to press the palms into the earth to boost the hips up and over into your plow pose. Try to cinch the shoulders together. You can have your toes tucked, or you can bring the tops of the toes onto the earth. You can interlace the palms behind you. Try to have a little spaciousness around your neck. Bring the hands around the back rim of the pelvis for support. And if it feels comfortable, bring both legs up to the sky for a shoulder stand. And then toes back down. Use the hands long at the side for support. When the pelvis makes contact with the earth, bring the legs down. Hug the knees in one last time just to get some length in the spine as we come into Savasana. And I'm doing like star pose Savasana, so I have a lot of space between both heels and my arms are out to the side. Just being open, receiving the healing life force energy of the cosmos in the atmosphere. As I'm sinking into the earth, feeling supported by the earth, being completely rejuvenated by the healing energies of the earth and the revitalizing life force energy of the sky. Breathe in the life force energy in the atmosphere through the pores of your skin. Just use your intention to practice that. With each exhale, releasing, relaxing deeper into yourself. It's giving our bodies a few minutes here of stillness, so that all of that amazing energy that we activated through our practice can now circulate through all the cells of the body, optimizing our health and well-being. And then when you're ready, bring the legs together, rock up into a seated position, and namaste to you. Blessings.